name. It's so much cooler than mine. Fleischman. Oh, really? I always wanted something like that. It's so cool. All right, so I gave up. I tried to go holiday shopping for dresses, holiday dresses this week, and I quickly discovered that nothing festive comes in my size or my age. I don't know what I was thinking. I tried on one of those like silver strapless little numbers. I look like your grandmother wrapped in tinfoil. And pretty much like when you're 4'11" and a half, every holiday dress is like a Christmas, like a tree skirt, you know what I mean? At some point, the saleswoman, the very those helpful sales ladies, they're so helpful. She looks at me and seriously, this is true, she said, she asked me this question, she said, "Ma'am, have you considered pants?" All right, so this is my holiday outfit. It's a statement. It says I tried, then I wound up at Kohl's. Okay, it's the holidays, so I'm gonna be lying a lot. It's what I do. I lie, you guys. It's not anything bad. I don't harm anybody, just me. So, and it's little things. It's stupid little things that I lie about. And it just flies out of me like autopilot, right? Like, so I was at the office last week and a group of our employees were sitting in the kitchen and they were talking about something very important, how often they change their sheets. And they turned to me and they said, "Deb, how about you? How often do you change your sheets?" Me? Every Sunday, like clockwork. I haven't missed a Sunday in 25 years. Rude. When was the last time I changed? Hanukkah? 2020? And then I go to meet my friend Kathy. I haven't seen her in about 20 years. We used to work together. We went to go have coffee together. And Kathy, she's really got her shit together, right? She does things I don't even understand, like plan for the future. And she's got an attorney. She's never even been arrested. Anyway, Kathy orders a peppermint mocha latte, and I order a peppermint mocha latte. I hate peppermint mocha lattes. And then she turns to me and she says, "Deb, we're not getting any younger, sorry. We're not getting any younger. So, Stephen and I, we met with our trust attorney and we got our trust all buttoned up. Do you have your trust done? You and Mark have your trust? Kathy! Of course, we got that done years ago. Before we even started before we even knew each other, we had our trust done, for God's sake. And you know what else? Our checking accounts. We never let them get under 4 digits. Because if that happens, I just move money from one of my other accounts into that one so it doesn't get under the 4 digits. Trust? What's a trust? And why did I feel the need to tell her about my checking account? She didn't even ask about that. 4 digits, my ass. I'm such a liar. And then she changed the subject to the holidays. She looks at me and she's like, "I feel so relieved. I got all my holiday shopping all done. It's all wrapped up, put away in the closet. How about you, Deb? Did you get your holiday shopping done?" Kathy, you mean this year? I did that last year. And next year, I did it this year. Jeez, gosh, don't you do that? Christmas holiday shopping. Oh my God, I didn't even pay my taxes yet. And if I pay my taxes, I won't have any money for holiday gifts. I'll use my Kohl's cash. Wait a minute, do I have my Kohl's cash left? Oh God, all right, so forget the lying problem. I have something else really disturbing going on, even more disturbing. You know how at some point in your life, as much as you try to push it away and make it not happen, you start turning into your mother?
Uh-oh.
Well, that's what's happening. It's worse. I'm turning into my husband. You guys don't get me wrong, I love the guy. I do. But I just don't want to be anything like him. Because he's an angry man. He's angry. And I'm not. I'm positive, you know? I'm a role model. He wakes up angry. And if he doesn't feel angry enough, he goes online to find people to disagree with him, which is pretty much everybody, so that he can feel angry. But most of the time, he doesn't even need to go online because, you know, life makes him angry. Any little thing, like the smallest things. And everything is like a plot against him, right? Like traffic lights. Pulls up to a red light. Why? Of course! Me! I pull up to the red light. I pull up to the traffic light and it turns red. Why? You know, so I turn to him. I say, honey, you know, do you really think that there's a bunch of guys over at traffic control and they see the white Chevy Silverado pulling up with the bumper stickers that say, don't park like a douche, and white conservative straight male, are you offended yet? And liberalism is a mental disorder. You think they see you driving up and then they flip it to red? Do you think that's what happens? Maybe. You don't know. Okay. I don't know. You know, and honey, maybe you want to scrape those bumper stickers off your car. Your new employer might not like the client seeing those things on there. Anyway, and every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. since 2008, our next door neighbor's landscapers come. And every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. since 2008, this is what I hear. Of course! Why? Of all the houses in Wheeling, why do we have to live next door to the people with the 7 a.m. landscapers? Why? Here's the thing. By the way, he's in the coffee making kitchen at this time. They didn't even wake him up. Why is he so angry? You know, and I turn to him, the role model, and I say, honey, you know what? Look at the bright side. It's 7 a.m. It's done. The rest of the day you could have your peace and quiet. And I even got you this little card. It says, radiate positivity. And I'll put it in the refrigerator to remind you. Well, that really pissed him off. And then there's the bird poop conspiracy, right? Every morning for about 6 weeks one summer, some bird with a very healthy digestive system was relieving himself on my husband's front windshield, yeah? And I used to like to sit in the house and kind of watch it unfold. And then he threw the paper towel back in the car. Oh. I don't want the bird poop on my car. I want it in my car. You know, I'd look at him and I'd say, honey, you know, do you really think there's like a bird mafia boss up in the sky ordering hits on your car? Do you really think that's what's happening? Maybe. You don't know. And then I remind him of the old phrase, you know, the bird didn't shit on your car. The bird just shit. Maybe. You don't know. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. And, you know, let me just tell you, here's what's going on with me, all right? This is what's going on with me, the disturbing part. All the little things that I've counted on to keep my life in order and stay positive have started to go awry. And I've started to say a word that a role model shouldn't say. A word that I told my husband 1,000,000 times to stop saying. So for example, I've been going for 30 years, same Walgreens, same corner, to get the same collagen cream that's on the same shelf in the same spot for 30 years. And on Saturday, I went, and where my collagen cream always was, it's an empty spot, nowhere to be found. No collagen cream. Where's my collagen cream? Motherfucker! And then I go home, and all I want is to have a nice, healthy tuna sandwich. You know, the way that I like my tuna sandwiches? I like to put sweet relish mixed in there. Not dill relish, sweet relish. And I go home, and I open the refrigerator door, and where the sweet relish is dill relish. He bought dill relish instead of sweet relish, motherfucker! Okay, I work in the suburbs, and I live in the suburbs, and I work in the city. And I go to the train station every day, and I've got my tote bag all neatly packed, right? I have my tuna sandwich, and I have my vitamin supplements, and I have my 3 p.m. energy drink in this hand, and then I have in this hand, I have a nice 24-ounce metal water bottle so I can stay hydrated throughout the day. And I always stand in the same spot. There's a stain on the ground that I stand on, because when I stand on that spot, the doors open right in front of me, so I can get to the seat I want and the car that I want, the quiet car, because I'm quiet. But Tuesday I went, and the rain washed away my stain, and the train was coming. Where's my stain? Motherfucker! And it all came to a head. Last Saturday morning, I was laying in bed, and I was thinking, it's so nice. I have nowhere to go. I can just relax and lay here, you know? And all of a sudden, fucking leaf blowers go off. I said, of course! Why? On the one day I want to just lay in bed and relax, the leaf blowers go off. Motherfucker! And then, at the corner of my eye, I look up and I see my husband standing there with his "Everyone's entitled to my opinion" t-shirt. And he says, well. Welcome to the party. It's about time. You know, and weirdly, our marriage now is better than ever. We finally have an activity that we can do together, you know? maybe it's not so bad turning into my husband. It's kind of fun. Fuck being a role model. Stupid. Happy holidays. Save my life, I'm going down for the last time. Save my life, I'm going down for the last time.
I'll never give up my day job to be a singer, I can tell you that. Let's give another great round of applause for Debbie Fleischer. What a great job. Thank you, Deb. I have one of those husbands too that drive like an asshole. It's